Hello everyone. Wednesday, July 20th, 2016, new comic book day. So I am back with another video, show you what I picked up today, as well as a small observation at the end of the video. Not really a rant, more of an observation, but kind of a rant. So without further ado, let's jump into the books. Book number one, Scotty Young, baby variant. Deadpool, Mercs for Money number one. I like the Scotty Young baby variants. I think they're funny, they make me laugh. The ones I really liked were the ones he did for Battlestar Galactica with the little Klingon, the little Cylons, and the the Battlestar people. I just always thought they were funny. Killing it every week. Justice League number one Rebirth. Nothing more to say about that. DC is rolling like a steam engine. Spider-Man Deadpool number 7. Again, good storyline. Marvel did it right with Deadpool on this one, and let's hope they continue to do that. Different cover of Flintstones number 1 that I found. It's Pebbles and Bam Bam sitting on a rock looking down at over bedrock. Population 2,500. Book I really like, Norman number 2. He's got the old Jason thing going with the mask and the Freddy Krueger sweater. So really fun. Of course, we know that is from Titan Comics. A book I'm still enjoying, Scooby Apocalypse. If you haven't read it, give it a chance. It's a really good book. It's a good read. New one today, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey Rebirth number 1. Batman number 3. Hellblazer number 1 Rebirth. A book I don't know a lot about, but I saw it and the cover looked really cool, and I kind of like the feel of the way the cover looked, so I thought I would give it a read a little bit. It's from Dark Horse, Black Hammer. Just a really cool look right there. There's a little glare there on the plastic. Another book from Image this time. Someone where I pick up some of my recent books said, hey, it was a really good read, so I thought I'd try it. Snot Girl number 1. That's one cover there. And there's the other cover there. So we'll see what happens. And Dan Mendoza's Zombie Tramp number 25. I usually buy all the covers of Zombie Tramp. I had kind of an issue with Mendoza on an original piece he did for me, and so instead of buying all the covers, I'm just going to buy one cover that I like and put the runs together and just kind of keep it at that. Not give him more money than he really deserves right now. Say what you will about that, but it is what it is. If someone's paying X amount of money for something, you want the product to be nice and come back undamaged. Unfortunately, mine didn't come back undamaged, and he didn't take any responsibility for it. So it is what it is. No big deal. So ultimately, it's just going to end up costing him in the long run. Also today, the new Overstreets came out. Everybody, of course, fighting for the Harley Quinn Overstreet. I want the Harley Quinn because, like I said in my last video, Harley Quinn's being saturated in everything in this day and age. So I preferred the Our Army at War Sergeant Rock. This is the softbound cover. I also got a hardbound of it. The hardbound is limited to 1,000 copies. People probably didn't know that. And then I got a jumbo, the oversize, with Star Trek on the front. I like the oversize. For those of you who've never used them, it's real easy to grade books on these. Good, easy print to read. Open it up, lay the books on one side, grade it out the other. Works really good. Don't have to sit there and fumble and hope that the book stays open. And of course, everybody needs one of these, because you take it with you when you go buy collections to get a quick idea, because no matter how good you think you are, not everybody knows every price. So I hope everybody's doing good since the last video. I appreciate all the positive comments I'm getting, the private messages, asking the questions. But there was one viewer, and I've made myself a brand new friend. His name is Heathen Buckeye, and all he had to say was just negative stuff, little smart-ass comments, which is fine. That's his right. But if you don't agree with something that I say, don't hide behind a fake account. I clicked on Heathen Buckeye just to see his great channel, and it has nothing's in there. He makes a ghost channel to make negative comments on other people's sites because that's the type of person that he is. You don't have to like what I do. You can think, he made one comment that, oh, this guy has all the answers and everybody rejoiced, yay. Basically bad-mouthing the viewers that I have, thinking that you guys are idiots for watching me. Listen, Mr. Heathen Buckeye, or whoever you are, probably sitting in your basement, you know, at home, living with mom. You don't have to bash somebody if you don't like them, okay? I had a lot of backlash when I did my CGC videos, and everybody said I was an idiot for doing that. And guess what? Everything I said was going to happen as it related to CGC has happened. He made a comment regarding the comment that I made about people coming to sell books. You have to understand that if people are coming to shops to sell books, those shops have to make money. You don't have to sell them. You don't have to accept the price that they offer. Plenty of times people don't accept prices that I offer. Plenty of times they do. His comment was, you know, oh, shops are just ripping people off. Sell your stuff on eBay. You can do a better job of selling it on eBay. eBay has their own issues, okay? Sure, you can sell your stuff on eBay, and then you can take a chance that the person who you're selling it to is going to give you a positive review or report that, oh, it wasn't the way it was, get their money back, charge to list it, charge to sell it, charge to get your money out of PayPal. I sold a lot of stuff on eBay for a long time and decided, you know, having an eBay store and charging, you know, paying a fee for that every month, and then paying the final value fee every time you sold something, and then paying for PayPal to get your money when eBay owns PayPal, they were triple dipping. And it got to the point where I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do it. Do you know why collectors like to buy off of eBay? Because they think they're going to get these great deals on books. And you find good deals on books. But shops are here for a reason. And if you're going to sell your stuff to a shop, you have to expect that shop to make a profit. They're not going to sell a book for $80 and pay you $80 for it. That's bad business. Okay? If you're selling stuff in the 80s and 90s, you know, Heathen Buckeye, understand you're going to get 80s and 90s price. That stuff is a dime a dozen. There are very few books in that time frame, mid to late 80s and then through the 90s, that are worth anything. Sure, you got Batman Adventures 12, New Mutants 98, you know, now New Mutants 87, which is taken off. You have books like that, you know, Preacher, you know, early issues of Walking Dead in the early 2000s. I mean, just, there are books out there that are worth money, but for the most part, it was oversaturated. And I'm missing a ton of books that are worth some money, but for the most part, the time frames in that were oversaturated, and there's a ton of them out there. And you find a lot of stuff in the quarter bins, the 50-cent bins, the dollar bins. You know, I have boxes of, you know, dollar books, 13 for 10, and that's the type of stuff you find in there. You want me to pay good money for books? I have no problem doing that. Bring me books worth paying for. I will pay a good premium for high-grade Bronze and Silver Age books. I don't say Golden Age because the chances of finding high-grade Golden Age books, it's very tough, the way people are scooping stuff up. A guy came in, asked to see some EC horror books that I have. Okay, those books are anywhere from 4.5 to 6. If you know anything about EC, you know those are hard to find in that condition. That stuff is just hard to find. Low-grade stuff sells really good because it's just hard to find. And he tells me, well, you know, I like the books, but I only collect these things in 9.6, 9.8. Then you have a zero collection because 9.6s and 9.8s hasn't come out since only one time when the file copies of the publisher were found, the guy who published the books, and he had a bunch of the file copies. Again, speculators don't know what they're talking about. So, look, you sell your books to a shop, the shop's got to make a profit, you got to be happy with it. You have the right to walk out. So, Heathen Buckeye, what I was saying was, be realistic when you're selling something. Just don't go up there and bash everybody. You know, when I sat there and said, if you want to sell your books for retail, open up a retail space. That's a legitimate question. That's a legitimate answer. The problem I have is guys like you who run their mouth, hide behind fake accounts, because that's how they do things, and they make themselves feel big about it. Ooh, look what I said. Ooh, I gave him a good zinger. Ooh, I'm saying bad things about him. Ooh, I gave him a negative on his video. You can give me negatives on the video. I guarantee you that my positives will outweigh my negatives. So do whatever you want. The people who like my videos are going to continue watching my videos, and I'm going to continue doing the videos, and I'm going to continue doing the rants, and I'm going to continue calling people out and expressing my opinion when I don't think something is correct. So there, okay? I hope you enjoyed the video. It was kind of short. Again, don't have to agree with what I said. You never do. I'm not going to change what I'm doing. So, hope you enjoyed the video, but if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great night. And if you have any questions, send me messages. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Talk to you later.